Hey guys, so sorry my video is late. I was at the film festival and I had school stuff to do. But today we're reacting to Gordon's Snow Machine, so let's get started.
It's difficult for the engines to get through. Sir Charles Topham had to put all trains on hold until all the lines were cleared. This made the engines cross, even Gordon.
Of course.
"I'm a big blue engine," he said restlessly. "Why is the snow not budging another inch?" He tried his best to push the snow aside by charging it.
Sorry, I have a cake recorder and I can't seem to stop sucking on it.
But his wheels kept slipping on the icy rails. He tried his best until at last more snow had been cleared. But by the time he pushed it aside, the day was turning dark.
Oh, no.
"We better get going," said one of the workmen. "It's getting late." "So much time wasted away," grumbled Gordon to himself. "I wish the fat controller had a snowplow that could push all this aside quickly and easily." And he puffed away with the workmen all huddled up inside the van to keep warm.
I hate how Oh, sorry.
If you ever visit the island of Sodor and are interested in the stories from the various railways, then you should visit the Railway Archives. It's a treasure trove of stories over the years with all of the engines across the island of Sodor, big or small. Let's take a look at all the stories that are a blast from the past for the engines of Sodor.
Okay, we're gonna skip this.
Charles Topham had arrived. "Good evening, engines," he said. "Good evening, sir. Now, I understand that the snow is heavier than usual at this time of year, and that it's tiring and exhausting work. So I decided that to solve this problem, I had the works of Trovansgate to build this."
Hey, it's Philip. What did they build? Philip? I'm kidding, no.
Coming into the yard was a shape that looks like a tender, but was tall with a pipe at the end of it, making it look like a funnel.
What?
The engines were amazed, including Gordon. "What's that?" they asked. Sir Charles Topham had smiled. "This machine is like a snowplow, but it has blades to cut up the snow and pushes out of its air vent to place it aside much faster. They call this a rotary snowplow." Gordon was impressed. "I should use it," he thought proudly. "I am an express engine after all. Cutting through the snowplow with that sort of thing would be wonderful instead of my usual. Now, is there a volunteer who wants to try this out?" Before any of the engines could reply, Gordon blew his whistle loud and long. "Let me use it, sir?" he asked. "Well, of course, Gordon," replied Sir Charles, rubbing his ears to get his hearing back. "You'll start working with it tomorrow."
There's that light again!
Gordon was very happy, while the other engines were very cross that they weren't going to use it.
Gordon was the first one. He's like, I can't
Gordon
wait!
was coupled to the rotary snowplow. Some workmen were there ready to operate the machine for Gordon.
The way just Gordon reacted, he's like, I can't wait! I have to be the one to do it!
"Now, Gordon, it's best for you to slow down when using this new machine." But Gordon was too excited to listen.
Oh no! Gordon, listen to him!
"That new snow machine will cause him trouble," said Donald. "Aye, true," agreed Douglas.
Donald and Douglas!
Indeed, they were correct, but Gordon didn't think that. He was having the time of his life. He came to a drift, and the blade gave the snow a mighty whoosh from its blades. The snow it had collected came out of the stack. "Better than some old snowplow any day," he said happily. "With this machine, it makes the hard work look easy. I'll get back to pulling the express when this is done." But what he didn't know was that the snow that had shot out of the stack had blocked some of the lines. Later that day, Percy was puffing down the line with his snowplow. He was clearing the line on the main as well as the branch lines. He felt
Is
very
Percy
happy
gonna
when the lines
crash?
were cleared. "Won't be long until we start work again." he
Uh-oh, I know that
Then he started
music!
with the large mound of snow that was left behind by
Oh
Gordon. "Look out,
no!
Percy!" he cried and applied the brakes. The little green engine closed his eyes tight as he plowed right into the snow. His driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash. "No chance of us getting you out of there," sighed the
Hank,
driver.
stop!
"I'll go call for help. Fireman, you
It's-
stay here to keep warm
it's
and
that
stop any
stupid
engine that's in Percy's
snowplow!
way. Right, replied the fireman.
Or is it the
and so
engine
he
using
did.
it?
His driver came back looking sad. All the engines are busy plowing the snow, so I think we're stuck here until one of them arrives. Percy sighed as his crew went to a nearby workman's hut to keep themselves warm until another engine arrived to pick them up. Later, Thomas puffed up. Percy's crew waved them down to stop. The little blue tank engine grumbled. Come on, Percy, this isn't time to have a rest. I'm stuck, moaned Percy, and my funnel's freezing up. Pah, huffed Thomas, and went on his way after Percy's crew climbed into his cab. Meanwhile, Gordon was still having fun with his snow machine. Snow kept being blasted from the exhaust and it covered all the engines he passed by.
Oh, no!
Watch it, they cried. But Gordon carried on, not knowing of the trouble he was causing. Later, he was taking on water. Thomas then puffed up alongside. Hello, Thomas, said Gordon grandly. Still using that old thing, are you? Well, yes, he grumbled. But it's still useful, I suppose. Gordon chuckled.
Oh,
Useful?
Gordon, shut up, shut up, shut
A
up!
car like that couldn't even pass a small mountain in comparison to this thing. Thomas fumed. I still got through this stuff without using that thing you're pushing. Be careful with that thing, since it might cause blockage on the other lines. Percy had been buried by a snowdrift, and I don't know if that's what caused it, but be careful with it. And after dropping off Percy's crew at the station, Thomas puffed away to clear more snow. Pah! Thomas is
Gordon!
just snow machine works better than that snowplow is. I doubt that my machine had caused little Percy to be buried.
Yes,
That
it
little engine
did,
is
Gordon!
always an accident-prone engine. After his drink, Gordon carried on with his work, plowing the snow out of the way. But the snow he had collected was
Oh my
still
goodness,
causing
somebody
trouble.
stop him, please!
Meanwhile, Thomas was at the tunnel leading towards the wharf. There was a heavy pile of snow waiting to be pushed aside.
I don't want to look! Ah!
Thomas tried his hardest, but it was too deep and he got stuck. Thomas got very cross. Snow was nothing but trouble, he moaned. Rusty was close by and brought some workmen to clear Thomas out. And he told Thomas of the time when Skarloey got stuck in snow. After he told the whole story, the workmen had cleared the snow away from him. Thomas was relieved until he heard Gordon's whistle from a distance.
I can't look! Ah! And yes, my eyes are
Snow
open.
flew everywhere from his machine, but he was still having fun. Hey, look out, there's snow about, he laughed. He stopped by the tunnel and wheezed steam loudly. Then there was trouble. Uh-oh. Snow from the top of the tunnel poured down all over him and his machine.
Uh-oh.
Help! He cried. Rusty laughed.
I can't help but laugh, that's funny!
And then fell as silent as the snow.
Serves him right!
Charles Topham had been receiving a lot of complaints from the other drivers and firemen about Gordon's careless handling of the snow machine. After Thomas was finally dug out
Oh
again from the
no,
snow,
he's
the little blue engine
ah!
pulled the big engine out of the drift. There was Sir Charles Topham Hatt, who told Gordon all about the complaints. He then said, I hope you use it better next time in future. Yes, sir.
At least he didn't get in too much trouble.
Gordon left the snow machine in Victorstown and puffed down the line heading towards Tidmouth, feeling ashamed of himself.
I hope the other engines don't give him a hard time. That's one thing I don't
He
like
then
is...
saw Percy up ahead, who was still covered in snow. Gordon could now see what his careless use of the snow machine had caused. Percy, however, was pleased to see him. Can you get me out of here, Gordon? He asked. Gordon smiled. And so, after much digging, Gordon was coupled to Percy, and he pulled him out of the way into a nearby siding.
That was nice.
There was still snow on the track, and so Gordon was to use Percy's snowplow. He pushed the snow aside.
That's good.
It was hard work, but it had managed to get him through. He collected Percy and the two engines made their way back to Tidmouth.
It would have been cool to see him helping the other engines. I'm just saying.
Gordon still uses the snow machine even to this day, but of course he will always be very careful about it.
Tell me he doesn't get it on other engines. Well, that was a good story. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video. This is KBear101 signing out. Adios, everybody.